أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أما بعد. Allah تبارك وتعالى advises us in his glorious book in Surah الزلزلة chapter 99 بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها. Many of the chapters in the last portion of the Quran, their main purpose is to remind us of resurrection and the hereafter. And where are we going? Now in this chapter, Allah says, إِذَا زُلْزِلَتْ إِذَا is when, not if. It will happen. It's telling us it will happen. The earth will shake, its final shake, and life will end one day. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So that's what إِذَا is used in Arabic, is to assure that the event is going to happen. Now earthquakes happen frequently. I mean, when they happen, they're very devastating. But they're localized to a certain region, a certain country. But this particular special earthquake is going to engulf the entire planet. It's going to be an earthquake like the earth has never seen before. So, zilzalaha is mentioned in the absolute form. It's going to strike the entire earth. It's the greatest quake. It is the final quake. It's the most severe. That's what the absolute form tells us, that it's nothing we've seen and nothing we can even imagine. It is the end of life as we know it, and it's sure to happen. Allah telling us it's going to happen, so prepare for it. In verse 2, وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ وَأَثْقَالَهَا, and the earth brings out its loads. Now commonly you may think when earthquake happens, lava may come out. You know, these are metals, they are heavy metals that come out of the earth when an earthquake happens. But the heaviest and most important load in the earth is the humans, the people who are buried. The great quake will cause the earth to split and expel all the dead from it because they have to get ready for resurrection and for judgment. So some came to this life, they believed, they did what they were supposed to do, they obeyed Allah, and then they passed on and they were buried. Those are the most valuable and the heaviest things in the earth. So Allah was saying the earth will bring out all the human beings to stand for judgment. وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا, and man will say, what is the matter with it? What's going on? We've never seen this before. What's happening? Man will look around in amazement and horror because nobody has ever seen anything like that or ever after that. This is the day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, but many denied. Many didn't think it was going to happen. They thought they can come to this life, do whatever they want and die, and then that's the end of it. No. Believers recognize this day if it happens in our lifetime. We recognize it because Allah told us about it, and we spend our life preparing for it. Why do you obey Allah? Why do you do righteous deeds? You're preparing for that day when you have to stand in front of Allah and go through judgment. The unbelievers who denied it will be in shock, will be in total shock. I thought we were dead and that's it. Now they're standing up. The earth expels them. They're standing up for judgment. And they're saying, what's going on? Why are we here? I thought we were dead. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا بِأَنَّ رَبَّكَ أَوْحَى لَهَا. That's what I want to focus here. Is on that day, the earth will tell its tales, for your Lord will have inspired it. Now the first meaning to this verse is, when the quake happens, it's telling humanity that that's the end. It is the end. It's the end of life as we know it. It's the end of everything we recognize. That's one meaning. But the other meaning that's more deep and more, if you think about it, that the earth has witnessed everything that man has done. And Allah will give it permission to be a witness and to speak of what it has witnessed. The bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The rooms that you spend at night praying will witness and will tell its tales. Ya Allah, he stood up at night and he prayed. He didn't go to bed. The bar where people go in to disobey Allah will tell its tales. Here's what so-and-so did. The houses of Allah that witnessed people coming in to learn and to pray and to be brothers will witness and tell its tales on the day of judgment. The land that witnessed innocent blood shed on it will witness its tale, will tell its tales. Nothing is hidden. Everything will speak because Allah will make everything speak. And humans, they can be silent at that point. Everything else will speak to what they have done. So the ground under your feet will testify for every step that you took, every word that you said, every deed that you have done. Let it sink in. Let it sink in before you do anything, before you speak anything. Let that verse be always on your mind, that everything that hears you, everything that sees you is going to witness to what you have done and what you are about to do. So do whatever you want. But you have to know this fact. You have to know that whatever you do, it's witnessed and it's recorded in a very accurate manifest. And you will see it, and everyone will see it. So, sometimes we pay attention, and if we do something we don't want people to know about it, that book is going to be wide open for everyone to see. So if you have anything that you want to put in that book that you're ashamed of, don't put it. Because at one point it's going to be exposed to everyone. And then we will be rewarded or punished accordingly, because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is just. So when you live your life, when you go through normal life, keep this verse front and center, that whatever you do, it is witnessed. Allah is witnessing it. The angels are witnessing it. Everything. You may think the ground is inanimate, but Allah, who makes everything speak, will make everything speak and testify. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لكم فاستغفروه إنه الغفور الرحيم.